Hello everyone, welcome to engineering classes. Today we will cover three topics. First one is hypergeometric distribution. If probability changes from trial to trial, binomial distribution cannot be used there. In such cases, hypergeometric distribution is used. It is used in sampling without replacement from finite population. Mark this line, it's used in sampling without replacement from finite population. Without replacement if finite population is there. The hypergeometric distribution can be written in general ways as follows. Here n objects are there, is divided into two, that is r and n minus r. From this n object we have to choose n objects without replacement, and that n objects are also divided into two, that is x and minus x. We can only understand it with the help of examples. So let's start with examples. There are 10 markers on a table, of which 6 are defective and 4 are not defective. If 3 are randomly taken from the lot, what is probability that exactly one of the marker is defective? There are 10 markers on the table, of which 6 are defective and 4 are not defective. In which 6 are defective, 4 are not defective. If 3 are randomly taken from the lot, 3 as it's given, from n objects it's divided into 2, that is r and minus r, that we have divided. From that n objects we have to choose n objects. This is what they are saying. If 3 are randomly taken from the lot, if 3 are taken from these 10 markers, what is probability that exactly one of the marker is defective? From 3 we have to find the probability that exactly one of the marker is defective. If 1 is defective, then 2 are not defective. Find the probability that exactly one of the marker is defective. From 6 we have to choose only one marker that is defective, 6C1. As we have to choose 3, 1 is defective, 2 are not defective. From total how many are not defective? That is 4C2, because we have to choose 3 and they are asking us probability that exactly 1 is defective. If 1 is defective but we have to choose 3 and other 2 will be not defective, that is from total 4 markers, probability that 2 are not defective is 4C2. And total number of markers are 10 and we have to choose 3 from total, that is 10C3. Now solve it and you will get your answer. Answer will be 0.3. If you are not clear with this, then don't worry, we will practice more questions based on this. There are 25 calculators in a box. 2 of them are defective. Suppose 5 calculators are randomly picked from the inspection. What is probability that only one of the defective calculator will be included in the inspection? There are 25 calculators. 2 of them are defective. 2 are defective. If 2 are defective, how many are undefected? 23 are not defected. 5 calculators are randomly picked from inspection and we have picked 5 calculators. What is probability that only one of the defective calculator will be included in the inspection? What is probability that only one of the defective will be included in inspection? Only one defective is included from 5. If 1 is defective, then 4 are not defective. We have to find the probability that only 1 is defective. Similarly, how we do it? 2C1. From total defective markers, only 1 is defective, that is we have to find the probability that x is 1. Because they are asking only one of the defective marker. So, how we find it? And total number of markers are 5. Total 2 defective markers are there. We have to choose one marker from 2, that is 2C1. And how many total number of markers we are choosing? That are 5. If 1 is defective, then obviously 4 are not defective. Then how many total number of markers are there that are not defective? That is 23. From 23 we have to choose 4 markers that are not defective, because they are saying we have to choose 5 markers. If 1 is defective, obviously other 4 that we will choose will be not defective. How many total markers are there? 25. And how many we are choosing from 25? That is 5. That is 25C5. Now solve it and answer will come out to be 1/3. I told you how to solve combination, that is 2 factorial upon, I am solving this one, 2 minus 1, that is 1 factorial, into 23 factorial, into 4 factorial, 23 minus 4, that is 19 factorial, upon 25 factorial into 5 factorial into 20 factorial. Solve it and you will get your answer. A box contains 5 black and 5 red balls. 2 balls are randomly picked one after another from the box without replacement. the probability for both balls being red is. A box contains 5 black and 5 red balls. 2 balls are randomly picked one after another from the box without replacement. And remember, this condition of hypergeometric distribution is that quotient must be without replacement. The probability for both balls being red is. A box contains 5 black and 5 red balls. It means that total number of balls are 10, from which 5 are black and 5 are red. 2 balls are randomly picked one after another from the box. The probability for both balls being red is. Both balls being red is 2 red. It means 0 black balls are there. Now we have to find the probability that both balls are red. So how many total number of red balls are there? That is 5. It means that 5C2 into, now how many black balls are there? 0. It means that 5C0. Now that's our choice whether to write it or not. Now how many total number of balls are there? That is 10. From 10, how many we are choosing? 2. That is 10C2. Now answer will come out to be 2 by 9. If we solve it with alternate method, a box contains 5 black and 5 red balls. 2 balls are randomly picked one after another from the box. The probability that both balls being red is. Now probability that both ball being red is, that is probability that first ball is red into probability that second ball is red. So how many red balls are there? 5. That is 5 by 10. If one ball is picked, then how many red balls are left? That is 4. Another one is 4 upon total number of balls are 9. Solve it and answer will come out to be 2 by 9. Another question, a box contains 20 defective items, 80 non-defective items. If 2 items are selected at random without replacement, what will be the probability that both items are defective? A box contains 20 defective items and 80 non-defective items. 20 defective items and 80 non-defective items. It means that total number of items are 100. If 2 items are selected at random without replacement, what will be the probability that both items are defective? That both are defective. It means that 0 non-defective is there. How we find the probability that both are defective? That is total number of defective items are 20. To choose 2 defective items from 20 defective item is 20C2. 20C2. I am not writing 80C0. Now total number of items are 100. So 100C2. Then answer will come out to be 19 divided by 495. This is answer. Now another question. A box contains 4 red balls and 6 black balls. 3 balls are selected from the box one after another without replacement. The probability that selected set contains 1 red ball and 2 black balls. Pause the video and solve it yourself. Now a box contains 4 red and 6 black balls. It means that total number of balls are 10. And 4 red balls are there, 6 black balls are there. 3 balls are selected from the box. The probability that selected set contain 1 red ball and 2 black ball. 1 red ball and 2 black ball. Now we have to find the probability that 1 ball is red and 2 balls are black. How we do it? 4C1. Now total number of red balls are 4. From 4 we have to choose 1, that is 4C1 into 6C2. Divided by total number of balls are 10. From 10 we have to choose 3, that is 10C3. Solve it and answer will come out to be 1 by 2 is answer. A security system at an IT office is composed of 10 computers, of which exactly 4 are working. To check whether system is functional, the office inspects 4 of the computer picked at random. A system is deemed function if at least 3 of the 4 computers inspected are working. The probability that system being deemed function be denoted by P, then 100 P is equal to. A security system of an IT office is composed of 10 computers, of which 4 are working. If 4 are working, then obviously 6 are non-working. The office inspects 4 of the computer picked at random. The system is deemed functional if at least 3 of the 4 computers inspected are working. They are asking us at least 3 of the 4 computers inspected are working. At least 3 of the 4 are working. Let the probability that system being deemed function be denoted by P. at least 3 should be working or more than 3 can be working. It means that 3 must be working, 3 will be working. How many remaining will be non-working? That is 1. Because total number of computers that we are selecting is 4. From 4, if 3 are working, then only 1 is remaining, that is non-working. It means that if all 4 are working, then 0 is there which is non-working. They are saying at least 3 from 4 computers, 3 should be working, 3 should be working. If 3 are working, how many are non-working? That is 1, because total number of computers that we are choosing is 4. If 3 are working, only 1 is remaining, that is non-working, that is 6C1. Total number of cases are 10. From 10 we have to choose 4, that is 10C4. This is first case, and second case is as we have to select 4. If all 4 are working, only 0 is there which is not working. From 6 non-working computer, 0 is there which is not working, that is 6C0. Total number of computers that we are choosing is 4 from 10 computers, that is 10C4. This is first case, this is second case. Now add these two cases. If cases are there, then we do addition to find total number of cases. Now solve it and answer will come out to be 25 pi, that is equal to this. Now question is, let the probability that system being deemed functional be denoted by P. They are saying probability that system is functional is denoted by P. This is a probability that system is being functional. It means that this is a probability that system is working. We are denoting it with P because it's mentioned in question. Then 100p will be. If this is p, then 100p will be. Multiply this with 100. Now answer will come out to be, this is answer. This is CS GATE 2014, only 1 mark question. Now next topic is geometric distribution. Consider repeated trial of Bernoulli experiment with probability P of success and Q is equal to 1 minus P of failure. Let X denote number of time experiment must be repeated until finally obtaining a success. The experiment will be repeated K times only in case that there is sequence of K minus 1 failure followed by success. Here in binomial distribution as well as in hypergeometric distribution, as a coin is tossed 4 times, what is probability of getting 3 heads? Here n is 4 and x is 3. So here we can easily apply binomial distribution, that is NCX, P, X, Q, n minus x. In hypergeometric distribution also we are given with n and we are given with x, but in geometric distribution x denotes number of time experiment must be repeated until finally obtaining a success. Geometric distribution we have to again and again do the experiment until we obtain the success. In this case, we are tossing a coin and they are asking us to find the probability, the number of time we obtain the success. If question is a coin is tossed 4 times, what is probability of getting 3 heads? Then this question is of binomial distribution. If question would be a coin is tossed 4 times until we obtain a head, then obtaining a head is success. So we have to again and again toss the coin until we obtain a success. If this type of question is there, then we use geometrical distribution. Experiment will be repeated k times. That is, we have to again and again repeat the experiment till we obtain the final result. Example is probability of getting head first time in 10th attempt. It means that from 1 to 9 attempts we have not obtained the head, obtained the tail, or we are not obtained the head. On 10th time we obtained the head. It means that this is success and this is failure. In this type of question we use geometrical distribution. In geometric distribution we do the experiment till we obtain the success. The probability of a target hit in 18th attempt. It means that 1 to 17 we have not hit the target. On 18th attempt we have obtained the success. In this type of question we use geometrical distribution. On geometric distribution we can't stop till we obtain the success. Now formula is Q k minus 1 P. Now what is k? The experiment will be repeated k times. Now k is number of time we repeat the experiment. It means that if experiment is repeated k times, this is first case, second, third, so on up to k, it means that here on kth time a person got a success. Here this is a chances of failure. It means that on k minus 1th time we got a failure. So this is what they are saying. The experiment will be repeated kth time only in case that there is a sequence of k minus 1 failure followed by success. K minus 1 is the chances of failure. On kth time we got a success. So here probability of getting success is q k minus 1 p. This time we got a failure, this time we got a failure, up to k minus 1 we got a failure, q k minus 1 into p. This is the probability of getting success. Suppose that probability for an applicant for a driver license to pass the road test is 2/3. What is probability that applicant will pass the test on third time? So probability of applicant for a driver license to pass the test is 2/3. So p is 2/3. Then q is 1 minus p, that is also equal to 1/2. P is 2/3, Q is 1/2. So probability that applicant will pass the test on third time. It means that this is probability of failure. On third time a person got a success. This time person got a failure. It means that 1/2. On third time person got success. It means that on these two cases person got a failure. Person got 1/2. This time person got failure. This time person got failure. On third time person got success. It means that this time is 2/3. So multiply this, that is 1/2 into 1/2, that is 2 into 2/3. 2/27. According to me it's 2/7. Check it yourself also. This is a way to find it. If you want to go by formula, then formula is q k minus 1 into p. What is q? Q is 1/2. What is k? Number of trial is k, that is 3. 3 minus 1, 2. P is 2/3. Now start it from case 1. Don't start it from 0 case because formula is k minus 1. So if 1 will be there, then it will be 0. If 0, then it will be q raised to power minus 1. So it can't be a case. So start it from 1 case. Now another example. A policeman shoots a target. If probability of target to hit in a shot is 0.7, it means that p is 0.7, then q is 0.3, that is 1 minus p, that is 1 minus 0.7. Then what is the probability that target would be hit on 5th attempt? It means that 0 to 4 is a failure and on 5th time we got a success. It means that this is 0.3, 0.3 up to 4, that is 0.3 up to 4 into on 5th time we got a success, that is 0.7. Now solve it yourself and you will get the answer. If you want to go by formula, that is q k minus 1 into p. Q is 0.3. Total number of cases are 5. 5 minus 1, 4 into 0.7. Same. If you want to go by understanding, then this is a way. Now second case. The probability that target will hit on less than 4 shots. It means that x is less than 4. It means that p x is 1 plus p x is 2 plus p x is equal to 3. Then just apply it in a formula. Q is 0.3, 0.3, x is equal to 1. It means that on first shot person got a success. It means that on first shot person got a success. If person got a success on a first shot, then probability of getting success on a first shot is 0.7. Then this is 0.7. Second, person got a success on second case. It means that plus on first time person got a failure, that is 0.3. On second case person got a success, that is 0.7. That is plus 0.3 into 0.7 plus person got a success on third time, that is on first time person got a failure, on second time person got a failure, on third time person got a success, that is 0.3 into 2 times 0.7. Solve it and you will get your answer. If you want to go by formula, then this will be p is equal to x is equal to 1 plus p is equal to x is equal to 2 plus p is equal to x is equal to 3. Q k minus 1 P. Here Q is 0.3. I am writing here X, that is 1 minus 1, 0 into P is 0.7 plus here 0.3, here X is 2. 2 minus 1, 1 into P is 0.7 plus 0.3, here X is 3. 3 minus 1, 2, 0.7. Then solve it and you will get your answer. Probability that target will hit on less than 4 shots. Probability that it takes him an even number of shots. This will be P X is equal to 2 plus P X is equal to 4 plus P X is equal to 6 up to so on. Because here total number of cases are not given, n value is not given, it will be till infinite. Here also geometric distribution can go up to infinite, unlike binomial distribution and hypergeometric distribution, because there they have given specifically n value. Hypergeometric distribution is valid for finite population. Hypergeometric distribution is valid for finite population. If it has finite population, then n must have any value. Geometric distribution, if we don't get a success, then it can go up to infinite. Here Q is 0.3, X is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1, P is 0.7 plus 0.3, 4 minus 1 is 3, 0.7. 0.3, 5, 0.7 up to infinite. It will form a GP. Here this is R, this is A. This is R, GP formula is R, 1 minus A. Now solve it and you will get your answer. Now another distribution. This is last distribution of today. It is used to approx binomial distribution when n is very large and p is very small. Then direct computation of this can't be possible, so we use Poisson distribution. A certain company sells tractor which fails at rate of 4 out of 1000. If 500 tractors are purchased from company, what is probability that 2 of them falling within first year? Here certain company sells tractor which fails at rate of 1 out of 1000. So probability of failing of tractor is 1 out of 1000. If 500 tractors are purchased from company, so n is 500. What is probability that 2 of them falling within first year? So x is 2. Formula of lambda is np, that is 500 into 1000. Answer will come out to be half. So we have to find x is equal to p, that is e minus lambda, lambda x upon x factorial, that is e minus lambda, that is half. What is lambda? Half. X is 2 upon x2 factorial. Now put this in scientific calculator and solve it. Multiply this with it and also divide it with 2. Answer will come out to be, this is answer. Suppose P is the number of cars per minute passing through certain road junction between 5 pm and P has Poisson distribution with mean 3. Here mean is 3, that is lambda is 3. Here as I told you, mean and variance is equal to lambda. What is probability of observing fewer than 3 cars during any given minute in this interval? Fewer than 3 cars. It means that this x is less than 3. How we find it? Probability is equal to x, probability of x is equal to 0 plus probability x is equal to 1 plus probability x is equal to 2. That is, formula is exponential minus lambda, lambda x upon x factorial. Now we know lambda, we know x, we can find this, that is exponential minus lambda is 3, lambda 3, x is 0 upon x factorial, 0 factorial, exponential minus 3, 3, 1 upon 1 factorial plus exponential minus 3, 3, 2 upon 2 factorial. Now answer will came out to be this. Now this comes out to be answer. A traffic office imposes on an average 5 number of penalties daily on traffic violator. Assume that number of penalty on different days is independent and follows a Poisson distribution. The probability that there will be less than 5 penalties in a day is. Now traffic police imposes an average 5 number of penalties daily on traffic violators. Average 5 number of penalties, average means EX, that is 5, that is lambda. Now probability that there will be less than 4 penalties, that X is equal to less than 4. So how we find it? X is equal to 0 plus P X is equal to 1, P X is equal to 2 plus P X is equal to 3. Now formula is this is formula exponential minus lambda, lambda is 5 upon 5, 0 upon 0 factorial plus lambda 5, 1 upon 1 factorial plus 5, 2 upon 2 factorial plus exponential minus 5, 3 upon 3 factorial. This is 5, this is 5 plus 25, 2 plus 5 cube will be 125 upon 3 into 2 to 1 is equal to 6. Now solve it and answer will come out to be, this is 1. The second moment of Poisson distributed random variable is 2. It means that first moment is lambda, second moment is lambda square. Second moment of Poisson distributed random variable is 2. It means that lambda square second moment plus first moment is equal to 2. This is meaning of this. Now solve it and you will get your answer. Sorry, this will be plus, this will be minus, this will be plus, this will be minus, so this will be plus, this will be minus, this is negative, ignore this, and lambda came out to be 1. This is answer. Mean came out to be 1. Consider the Poisson distribution for tossing a biased coin. The mean for this distribution is mu. The standard deviation for this distribution is given by. According to question, mean is mu. It means that variance is equal to mu, and they are asking the standard deviation. Standard deviation is equal to root of variance. I taught you this in first lecture of statistics. Standard deviation is root mu. This is answer. That's it for today's lecture. If you subscribe to my channel, then it gives me motivation to make more such videos for you. In next class, we will start with continuous distribution. Thank you. Have a nice day.